Oh my God, look at this.
It's a beautiful animal. So how cool is that? Do you guys want to have an experience like this? Getting up close with a giant tortoise is just an incredible opportunity. It's an honor to keep these animals. Whether you have a red-eared slider or Galapagos tortoise, they all deserve the proper care. All right, I'm back here at Florida Iguana and Tortoise Breeders, and we've got Linda, Jerry's mom, and guess what, guys? Just like all of you out there, you can't just have one tortoise to raise up. And I can't wait because, guys, you're gonna see on camera her first view of what your tortoise will one day look like. And I think it's gonna be really cool. Sam, you said at the last video when we picked out that little guy, it's always great to get two because you're raising them up together. Yes. You don't worry about one getting larger than the other. They can kind of grow at the same rate.
Yeah, it's true. You know, they're social animals, so they interact better. You know, you see there's competition for food, there's stimulation, environmental stimulation. So, you know, it's really neat to see them work together and everything. And something kind of interesting that I was just reading is in Japan, they've been doing some recent studies on tortoise intelligence and everything. And they had these different ways of teaching the tortoises to go through some different tests where they would have them bite a colored ball. This is in Okinawa Institute in Japan. And so they would, you know, they would have them complete a task by tapping the first ball, and then, you know, a certain color ball, and then the second, you know, stage that was another color ball. They actually added a third stage. So the tortoises had to learn this routine to hit this color, then that color. But the thing that I thought that was really interesting about the art, and the tortoises did remember to do it, they learned it quite fast, and what they were able to kind of prove was that they had tremendous intelligence, not intelligence, memory. Their memory is almost unparalleled for you know, what we've ever given them credit for, almost unparalleled, you know, and because, you know, they know they traveled for great distances and stuff like that. So they have to have a certain, you know, amount of memory to get along like that. But anyway, what I'm really trying to say is that when they tested them in groups, they found that they would actually achieve higher, you know. Really? So they know they're social animals, and it's like birds, they flock together for a reason. And everything. So they actually have better cognitive skills when they're together. Well, and that's human beings as well. We're social animals. If we don't interact with each other, you know, you're just half a person, is what I was saying. If you don't have another animal to work with, you're just half of what you could be. Yeah. So that's really cool. So we're looking at these are real young, correct? Or what age are we at here? Yeah, we're here. You know, these are around a year old. Oh, okay. Year and a couple of months old. Sure. Oh, this is going to be good, guys. I love coming down here because, like, he just taught us something brand new I didn't know about. And it's always fun when you get together with your friends that do the reptiles, because they teach you. And that's why we're here, right? I love learning new things, and I hope you guys do too. So here we go. This is awesome. I love all the pothos growing up here, looking beautiful. You need some monkey tail skinks. They love that stuff. Okay.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Is that amazing?
Oh God.
That is a beautiful animal.
I see you. Yeah. I don't have
So how cool is that, right, guys? To be able to give Jerry's mom such an experience here. This, of course, is a Galapagos tortoise, and that's cool. What do you think, Jerry? Is mom stoked?
Oh yeah.
Is it amazing?
That is amazing.
Would you guys want to have an experience like this? Let me know in the comments below. Are you giving tours here, or no?
You know, we're on a very limited scale.
Okay, it's a limited scale for tours,
very limited,
because of COVID and all that stuff. But anyhow, what an experience. And who are we looking at? What's his name?
Well, this is Bernie.
Okay.
And why don't you stand up and go and rub the top of his shell and see what happens.
All right. There you go, Linda. Look at this. Go ahead, give him a rub.
Give him a rub there, like you're starting an old lawnmower, you know.
Oh, okay. What is that?
He is I always call these guys like the Flintstones lawnmowers. Because they will mow your lawn. But look at that. They can feel through their shell, guys. Their shell is actually a living part of their body.
That's
And
it.
so,
Tap. Go ahead.
okay, give them tap.
Okay,
Yeah.
tap.
Yeah. Tap them up. Keep going.
Hey.
Rub harder.
Oh, harder.
They
Okay.
really love the stimulation. So they can actually have itches. And in fact, if you have never seen it, you can, mosquitoes can actually get their proboscis right through some of the annuli to get some of the blood that's flowing through the shell here. So these are annuli, the little rings, okay? And you can see the new growth right here. Mosquitoes actually can get blood out of the shell. So my theory is when you see sulcata tortoises or big tortoises like the Galaps getting in mud, and I've seen sulcatas throwing mud on their backs,
Absolutely.
I think that cools them, and I think it creates a buffer to where the mosquitoes can't really get at them. Look at that. He loves
Or
it.
is he smiling?
Oh, he's smiling. So this is just really cool. It's always so fun to get people a new experience. I mean, getting up close with a giant tortoise is just an incredible opportunity, you know?
What are you
He's a
lazy
little,
about?
I think he's shy, Sam, because there's so many people here.
Nah, he's just not ready this morning.
Oh man. All right. Well, that's a pretty good welcome, don't you think?
Wow, that is.
Yeah.
See if we can find any others.
Oh yeah, let's see. I'm sure we can. So we are here today to actually choose another offspring, another young tortoise that they can raise together. So it's a fun day, but I just wanted to share a nice experience. You know, when Jerry was raising reptiles as a young man, much like my mother, Linda, you were very patient, and actually you got just as excited as
yes.
Jerry. You love the
I
animals.
was, yes. I helped him raise prehensile tail skinks
Yeah.
for years. Contacted zoos from all over. They actually got in touch with me because mine were producing twins.
Wow.
And just had so many of them.
That is so cool.
In Gainesville
Oh my
and
God.
stuff. So yeah, it was.
Yeah, come on. I don't want to.
interesting.
This is really cool. So you see, it doesn't matter, boy, girl, young, older, it doesn't matter. I mean, people love reptiles. And tortoises, in my opinion, Sam, are always those ambassador reptiles.
Yes,
because
they are.
they just, you know, they teach us so much with the old fable, you know, Aesop's fables. And it's just, I love them personally because you know me, man, I'm a hyperactive guy.
Yeah.
I'm ADD, I'm all over the place. But when I am around my reptiles, like these beauties here, these are aldabbers, by the way.
Yeah, I was
That's
just
what,
asking.
yep, these are aldabbers. So when I'm around these animals, guys, I'm just more calm. I love it. I just love getting up with them. Hey, buddy. And just, isn't it amazing? Are you okay? Can I rub your head? Oh, he's going towards you. I think he wants to be friends with you. There you go.
No.
Is that amazing?
Hey.
So nowhere else that I've been can you have such an experience with giant tortoises like you do here at Sam's place. Florida Iguana and Tortoise Breeders. You can find them online. Sam does sell lizards and tortoises. So if you guys are interested, if you have the space, Sam has the know-how. And what's great with Sam is he'll spend a lot of time with you to make sure that your tortoise grows up and becomes a happy, healthy adult.
Yeah, exactly. I'm always there for the people as well as the tortoises. You know, it's me. For me, it's giving back to the animals, taking me around the world. And, you know, my life is dedicated to these animals. So,
Yep.
you know, I'm excited. I live that excitement again through the people's eyes.
Yeah, and
You know?
you could see him filming Linda for your own self, you know, for your own.
Because I want the same thing, that expression. It's the surprise that.
Yep.
Just like she said before, she's gone to the zoos. The first thing she did say was, you know, where were they? They were 300 feet away, and
Exactly.
it looked like a rock. You know?
I know. I mean, you know, look, man, I've been over here probably 100 times by now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, a lot
we've
of
been
times.
friends for a while, and I'm still in awe of giant tortoises.
Me too.
Yeah. Cool.
I every day I come out and you know it's special.
Yep.
All I say is it never gets old. It's always special. You know, they're dinosaurs. They really
They
are.
are. I was just
They're
looking. She looks like it's a he, but
Yeah.
it looks like a sauropod. You know, when their
Yeah.
heads are real
Yeah.
extended, it just looks like a brontosaurus or one of those animals. And just that this animal walks on this earth, I feel just honored to share the planet with something like this.
Yeah.
that has seen dinosaurs come and go.
200 million years. And what's really neat, if you think about it, 200 million years, these guys are basically unchanged. That's when they became a tortoise, which we describe as that shelled animal that has a shell on the bottom, a shell on the top. He has a beak, he doesn't have teeth, and he's able to pull his head all the way in.
Yeah.
That's this style tortoise, 200 million years.
You know, I was actually thinking about, I read a recent article about scientists believe it was a lizard-like creature that they evolved from, that would burrow a lot. Yeah. And the shell came about because this animal burrowed and burrowed.
That wasn't a science article. That was the last time we were here.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that. There you go. No, I read an article. I didn't think we talked about it the last time we were there.
About 240
Wait a
million
minute.
years
Did we
ago.
talk about that the last time I was here? You guys go back and look. Am I repeating myself? I want to know in the comments below.
Okay.
Believe me, they're going to go look and see if I did that.
That's cool.
Either way, if you're new to the channel, you just learned something.
Yeah.
But yeah, 200 million years in this body type. Them and sharks, man.
So they're, yeah, exactly. So what I was thinking, what I was gonna say was, if you think about it, it was 66 million years ago that the meteor
hit.
And that was the mass extinction. 75% of the animals and the dinosaurs all died off. They survived that 66 million year ago extinction.
Now, you know, a question I have, and you probably know this, there were other species of giant tortoises that did wind up going extinct, but they lived at a time when man was around. Like, I believe North America had some giant tortoise species, but all that's left are the Galapagos. Hell, look at this. The Galapagos and the Aldabra, which is what we're looking at.
He looks like he's on. He looks like he's got hydraulics there, doesn't he?
Oh, it's awesome. You know, just the strength these animals possess to lift themselves up. But can you talk to me a little bit about the shell? The shell, what I've noticed, is it true that the shell actually is designed that it's strong, but somewhat lightweight?
You know, strong and lightweight. I mean, I guess that's a good. That's a good interpretation.
Yeah, because they still, you know, they're strong animals, but they still have to lift that shell. So the shell, the way it's made, there are actual, it's not a solid bone in some cases. There are actual places where, you know, as we know, or maybe you don't know, but the shells were actually the rib cage that fused together.
Exactly.
So there are spaces in the shell that allow just for this bulk to kind of be lifted. I mean, obviously, guys, when you look at the legs on a giant tortoise, they're massive, they're strong, and look at that trance. That's just like Nostradamus gets into a trance like that.
He loves it. He's just loving it there.
Do you think they do this because in the wild, number one, it just feels good, and number two, birds can pick ectoparasites off of them and stuff?
But you think about that, you know, these animals have been raised in captivity, and their parents have probably been raised in captivity and stuff. So when you think about it, you know, still, why do they do it after all these millions of years? Yeah, it's a conditioned reflex, but the tortoises generally like it. You know, you've seen, there's some videos that I've made with them scratching themselves, you know, rubbing themselves up against the fence and stuff like that, you know. So, you know, it's just like a bear that rubs it. I mean, so they have that external stimulation and everything, and they really like it.
Yeah, great animal.
Yeah,
great animal. So yeah, this is what your little ones will turn into one day.
Oh my God! How old would this?
Well, they run from him, who's about, that's Oliver, and he's 33, and then he's about 30 years old. That's those three that I've raised from hatchlings. Like, just like what you're seeing there. And you know what's a nice example here is you can see three different types of body styles. Look at this one here. Look how smooth he is.
Right.
Yeah. But this is the Mahi Island tortoise, which is extinct.
Wow.
So this is a morph, you know, and what you have here is all of these tortoises that were of this morph have this really smooth shell. They
drop off.
They drop off in the back. They have this very first vertical scute is very elevated, you know, very vertical, this first scute. And look at his neck. It starts from here and it goes like this. It's very serpentine. So if you come back here and you look from the back, you noticed earlier we talked about his legs. Look how long his legs are. He's the smallest one, and his legs are longer than the other guys.
So what does that tell us about why his body type's like that?
Yeah, he come from a different topography, you know.
So is the plant life higher, maybe? Or?
Yeah, well, sometimes, you know, you see animals are become more narrow when they're in wooded areas and they have to go in between crevices and stuff like that. So, you know, if they're wide, then they have, you know, more of a chance to get stuck in whatever, rocks or in between trees or whatever. So, You know, he's
Yeah, you can see.
He's interesting. And look at this one here. Is the opposite. He's flat and he's low, and look how wide he is.
Wow. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and he's much heavier. You know, you were talking about the density in shells earlier.
Yep.
You know, I guess you could say that even within different morphs and subspecies, you probably have different types of shells. You know, different thicknesses and weights, depending on what they really needed that shell to do.
Yeah. Gosh. I can't wait for Nostradamus to get this big. What do you guys think? Oh man, it's gonna be a little while, but Nostradamus is about 150 pounds, I think.
Yeah.
Beautiful animal.
It's like the females.
Yeah. Yeah, like the
That's
females.
a Galap that you have too, isn't it?
Yeah, I have
Nostradamus is a
we've
Galap.
got 2 Galaps. Nostradamus is my only Aldabra, and he's a male.
Oh, okay.
So the Galaps here, you guys can see, just awesome. And you see that head, guys? Much different shape. Much different shape. I love it in here because they can crane up and eat some of these, I don't know what type of plant it is. There you go. So they can nibble on that. But right now the sun's kind of getting high up in the sky, so they're all, excuse me, in shade. Oh, by the way, here's a little basilisk right there. Little basilisk running around. But yeah, this is a full-grown adult female Galap. So not all species of Galap females get giant. In fact, Darwin, she's 350 pounds. That's kind of a large girl. So yeah, these are all egg layers, aren't they, these females?
Yeah.
Yeah, so these guys are all of size. So it's really interesting to see. Hello, they got the mud on them.
Yeah.
This is what they do. It's cool. Then you see, for those of you who didn't watch the last video, the foam is typical of the Galapagos tortoise. They create a foamy discharge from their eyes, and that helps clean their eyes out. And they just keep doing their thing. God, this is so cool. And the mud pit. They love mud wallows. So it's a really, really cool enclosure here. And then Sam rotates them out. So right now the Aldabras have that grass area, but later on he'll rotate them back into their paddock. And look at this, we got a little mounting here. I think he's a little excited, this Aldabra. Yeah, there's no girls around. Oh brother, what are you doing? What are you up to? Now imagine if this guy fell. Oh my gosh, he would fall against me. Sorry I didn't mean to ruin your flow, buddy, but you know, I think you're gonna be frustrated with the result. Anyway, good stuff, man. That is awesome. So it's just fun seeing how these animals do here.
Ate off a little shower there.
Oh.
Adolf's a big guy. They love getting a shower. Oh. You get put to work here at the farm.
Wow. What do you think? Huh?
Oh,
That is awesome. Is that amazing?
Hey.
Anyone who thinks these reptiles or these animals are just stupid creatures hasn't spent enough time with them. In fact, we don't do that. We really look at animals as beneath us, when in fact, these animals require our respect, they require our care. He has donated, I'm talking of course of Sam, he's donated his life to the care and propagation of these animals. And it's an honor to keep these animals. Whether you have a red-eared slider or a Galapagos tortoise, they all deserve the proper care. And that's what we're trying to do with the channel, buddy. You know, we're trying to just...
Do a great job. You're the
Thank
best.
you. Well, we're trying to get people like Sam on the channel. I try and visit as much as I can because I really get a lot of information and then we pass that along to you. So I think Linda's having a great time here. I'm gonna sign off right now. You know what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick up a little tortoise. We'll make sure we show you what Linda picks out. If you wanna learn how to pick out a baby tortoise, check out the previous video we did with Sam, just about maybe a month and a half ago, if that, just about a month and a half ago. You can go see how we pick out a tortoise and learn how to make sure you choose the right baby tortoise for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm really glad we got to share this experience with Linda, or that Jerry's helped me out. Linda has watched my animals. Everyone here has helped me out in such a tremendous way that it's just awesome to see her get so excited. So there you go. She's now a tortoise mom, and I think she's gonna do a good job. She did a good job with this big tortoise here. So I think she's got it. No problem. Sam, thanks again, buddy. Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Go check out Florida Iguanas and Tortoise Breeders online if you want to learn more, and you can check them out on Instagram as well. Talk to you soon. Later.
That one male really wants to see it.
All right, number 346. There you go. Good job. Another happy customer.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, we're out of here. We got to get home and get this animal set up. See ya.